This is Subnautica, but I'm doing the impossible. 100% completion using only a Seaglide, aka the most power hungry scooter in the universe. So, what do I have to actually do to get 100% completion? Well, every data entry collected, every creature scanned, every blueprint unlocked, hatch one of every fauna egg, find all 5 cuddlefish eggs, build a megabase. And if that sounds like a lot, don't worry, it gets much worse. For the real suffering, I also have to kill every reaper leviathan, kill every ghost leviathan, and kill all 3 sea dragon leviathans. No Seamoth, no prawn, no combat vehicles at all. And if that wasn't enough, I'm doing this entire challenge in hardcore mode. One death and the video ends. So sit back, relax and enjoy, because this is Subnautica. The game kicks off as usual with us waking up to the sickest beat on 45-46B. Oh, the song never gets old. Now that the life pod is taken care of, I can finally meet my one and only female companion, in-game and in real life. What's up, good looking?
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, okay. After that lovely introduction, we can finally leave the life pod and take in the beautiful sights of 45-46B. I'm not excited for what's in store. After soaking up the fact that this is one of the hardest challenge runs and on hardcore mode, we finally decided it's time to get our feet wet. So to kick things off, every Subnautica run usually starts the same way. Grabbing titanium from scrap, silicone from creepvine clusters and some acid mushrooms. With those we can put together the essentials. The survival knife for stabby reasons, fins for that juicy speed boost, an O2 tank, and most importantly the scanner so we can, well you know, scan things. Speaking of that, I tried scanning myself and the scanner said I was perfectly normal. So yeah, the scanner is definitely broken. Anyway, with the scanner in hand, we can finally start hunting down Seaglide fragments and piece together the blueprint for our first and only piece of real mobility in this run. Let's go, baby. After gathering all the materials, it's finally time to craft the Seaglide.
The Seaglide.
Nice.
So there's just a few things left to do before we can leave the safe shallows. First, we need to collect some sulfur from a crash fish after it self-destructs. That lets us craft the repair tool, and we can use this to fix the life pod and radio. We used our last bit of resources to upgrade our O2 tank, so we need to head out, farm some more materials and hopefully come across a few more blueprints along the way. The grassy plateaus are so good. Just scanning my Counter-Strike teammates. The start of the run was going so well that I forgot I was in hardcore mode. Oh my god, please, no, not like this, no. Oh my god, what the f— Before heading back to the life pod, we managed to finish both the scanner room and mobile vehicle bay blueprints, which is great because we'll need that later to build the rocket and actually leave this planet. After that we crafted the rebreather and habitat builder, and with all that done we could finally leave the safe shallows. We started swimming over to the big wreck near life pod 17. We're basically glued to the surface here because drowning on the way would just be tragic. Once we get there we set up a mini base. This spot is eventually going to be our main hub of operations. It's pretty cozy, nice. Now I need to put a fabricator in here. Then we need a second tank also. Heading into the larger wreck, we get the blueprint for the laser cutter as well as the battery charger. I ran out of oxygen, and here you can see why it's very important to have a second tank doing this kind of challenge run. Damn, it's easy mode with 2 tanks. We head back to the larger wreck to grab the last modification station fragment we missed, and while we're doing that, our Seaglide starts begging for a new battery, so we craft one, slot it in and satisfy its need for power. Okay, so we're upgrading our second O2 tank before heading out, because we're going to the 250 meter Degassi base next, where we'll find the final O2 tank upgrade and some essential blueprints. We are skipping the entrance to the Jellysh Room caves by the larger wreck, because the entrance we are using drops us right above the 250 meter Degassi base. On the way there, we finished the bioreactor blueprint, and we also definitely did not get lost. So this is the entrance, I think. Okay, that was not the entrance. Okay, finally, this is 100% the entrance. There's no doubt this isn't the entrance. Okay, like I was saying, this actually isn't the entrance. I don't know who's— Anyways, so after easily finding the entrance, we just put down a tiny base for some oxygen and then head down. Okay, let's go. I can't lie, I'm low-key kinda scared. because this is the first biome with like dangerous things. After trying not to absolutely shit ourselves, we grab the stasis rifle blueprint, essential for our future Leviathan murder plans. We also pick up the water filter, the multi-purpose room, and the ultra high capacity O2 tank. One of the locals decides to snack on us on the way out. Bro, leave me alone, what the hell? And we then shoot back up for some oxygen. One last dive down to grab some higher tier resources, and then we head home. Once we head back to base, we have to make some waterproof lockers to dump all the resources we gathered. The Seaglide starts acting up again, so I have to quench its thirst once more. At this point I realize we're probably going to run out of acid mushrooms for batteries by the time this run is done, so it's time to finally get the swim charge fins. If you haven't used swim charge fins before, they are really broken, as they can charge any of the tools you're holding while swimming, even the Seaglide. So you basically have infinite duration on all your tools. It is however locked behind a door that requires the laser cutter, so arriving at the safe shallows we get some cave sulfur to finish the recipe at the life pod. After that the aurora goes boom, and we get the blueprints for the radiation suit. We'll only be going to the aurora after we finish the main story, so until then, off to the underwater islands. We've arrived. Okay, I need to open this door and then go back up for some oxygen, because this is like 200 meters down. After grabbing some oxygen, we dive back down and make our way into the larger wreck. And the funniest part, I realized almost instantly that we didn't even need the laser cutter. The swim charge fins are just sitting right there past the entrance. Since we brought the laser cutters anyway, we slice open one of the locked rooms and grab a pot plant, which lets us farm balbo trees for unlimited food and water back at base. Once we are back at base, we build a modification station. After that, we start working on crafting polyaniline for our swim charge fins, which means grabbing some deep shrooms from the trench, mixing them with salt to make hydrochloric acid, and then combining that with gold. With all that done, we finally craft the fins and at long last keep the Seaglide satisfied for good. Now that I know our Seaglide won't die on us anymore, we can finally start building the starter base. First, we just need to collect a bunch of titanium so we can make 2 plasteel ingots, and then we can slap a large room down and call it our home. We then connect 2 multi-purpose rooms, one for storage and one for power generation. I was going to put down a bioreactor for power generation, but I'll just wait until we unlock the nuclear reactor. Now that we have our starter base down, we're in a good place to look at the objectives list. So you can pause and take a look through the objective list just so you can see all the tasks we have to do. I'm gonna start with the most simple one, and that's just to finish the story. So let's jump into that. Since the deeper parts of the game are where the real story progress happens, we need to upgrade our gear. We head to the sparse reef to grab the reinforced dive suit, which greatly boosts our defenses, and we pick up some lithium so we can upgrade both of our O2 tanks. After that we spot the floating island and head over there to grab the exterior grow bed blueprint, which is perfect for farming underwater flora, and the purple tablet and its blueprint, which we'll need for in-game stuff. We then take the plunge off the floating island and swim back to base. Once there, it's upgrade time. We craft the reinforced dive suit and fully upgrade both O2 tanks. We just need to add a few more things to our starter base before we can really start making progress on the story. First up, the nuclear reactor blueprint, so we never have to worry about power again. I usually find reactors to scan in the second half of the trench. We just hug the right wall until we run into a larger wreck. We scan the reactors and then head back to base. Once we get back to base, I drop down another hatch just to make getting in and out easier. I also set up some pot plants and planted balbo trees so we have a consistent food source. After that, I placed down the nuclear reactor blueprint and headed out to farm some titanium for the plasteel ingot needed. Okay, one more titanium. Nice. Let's get out of here. Oh. At this point I realize I forgot to refill my second O2 tank, and I've got maybe 15 seconds to reach the surface. I'm still inside the wreck, I'm out of time, and this could very well be the end of the run. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. That was so dumb. After that near-death experience, we head back to base, finish the nuclear reactor and slot in a rod. With unlimited power online, we can build a scanner room to help locate resources and 2 water filters. We then use our new scanner room to track down the resources for a multi-purpose room and a bioreactor. The plan is to set up a base at the tree cove, since it's the perfect midpoint between the surface and the active lava zone, and we'll need to reach that to finish the game. After collecting all the resources, we are finally ready to head to the Lost River. So this is going to be our first real test of survival. I'm actually so scared to run into ghost leviathans in the Lost River. We are heading to the 500 meter Degassi base first to grab a few key blueprints, pick up the orange tablet, and most importantly, our first cuddlefish egg. We can now add +1 to our cuddlefish eggs collected. From here, we head further down towards the Lost River entrance where I quickly set up a mini base for some oxygen. I then tear it down and then push even further deep into the Lost River. Ooh, I need ion cubes from here. We make our way into the Lost River alien cache and grab some ion cubes. We're gonna need these for in-game crafting. And yes, I completely forgot to pick up the cuddlefish egg in here. But don't worry, we'll come back for it later. We are almost at the tree cove, but there's just one thing standing in our way. A ghost Leviathan. With no vehicle and no stasis rifle on me, this ghost Leviathan could easily tear me to shreds. Okay, I just have to keep low and hopefully he swims right over me. Oh no, I think he turned around. Oh no. After barely slipping past that ghost Leviathan, making it to the tree cove feels like a miracle. We're finally safe, so now let's get this base down. Now that we've got oxygen generation down here, everything instantly feels way less stressful. To finish the story, we need to reach the primary containment facility, and we're honestly not that far off. All that's left is setting up a base in the inactive lava zone so we have oxygen further down. For now though, we'll grab some resources here and head back to home base to drop everything off. And then we can bring the materials we need for the next mini base. Let's see if we can make it back to base. I'm pretty sure we can make it back to base. With 6 minutes of oxygen. Let's go. Yeah, so we can definitely make it. We even have 3 minutes to spare. At base, we unload everything we gathered and craft 2 more purple tablets, bringing us up to a total of 3, which is exactly how many we need to finish the story. So with all that sorted, we grab the resources for our next mini base and head back down to our Lost River outpost. Once we're there, we juice up our O2 and then start making our way towards the inactive lava zone. Let's go. Did I fill up both tanks? Honestly, I didn't think I'd actually make it this far, considering this is my first attempt of the run. It gets a little stressful here with a few warpers roaming around, and if you get unlucky, they can do some serious damage. But we're also getting pretty close to finishing the story, so it finally feels like we're making real progress on this run. For now though, it's just a tense swim, soaking in the scenery and gearing up for what's coming next. Okay, I don't need to build a base, but I feel like it would be better to build a base. So I'm gonna build a base over here. After that, we can make our way to the alien thermal plant. With that being said though, the whole run could 100% end right here. There are 2 sea dragon leviathans in this biome, and they can one-shot you. If we are lucky though, they'll keep their distance. But one wrong move and our save would be instantly deleted. Oh, oh, there's the entrance. Oh my gosh, are you really guarding the entrance? Oh my days, I just swam underneath it. After barely dodging that one-shot attack, I grab some kyanite and make my way into the thermal plant. Inside, we pick up the blue tablet and its blueprint. Open up this. Nice. Scan this. Lovely. Along with the blueprints for the ion battery and ion power cell. All stuff we're going to need to build the rocket later on. We then turn on this teleporter and step through, which takes us all the way back to the enforcement platform at the surface. From there, we head over to the life pod to craft 1 more blue tablet, since we only need 2 in total. After that, we return through the teleporter and start making our way out of this chasm and head towards the primary containment facility. Okay, I don't hear the sea dragon, so hopefully we're fine. It seems like the coast is clear. I think I should have enough oxygen to make it all the way. I'm terrified because I need to get past the second sea dragon Leviathan. I don't know where it is, but this is a great sign.
I am what you seek, want to.
Yeah, you're blocking my vision though. Nice. Okay, cool. Now that we can enter the primary containment facility, we head inside and use our second blue tablet. We then head further in and meet the Sea Emperor.
Are you here to play?
She tells me that she has the cure to all my mental health issues and all I have to do is make a white substance and rub it on her eggs.
Yeah, boy.
She then gives us the blueprint and we set off to collect all 5 ingredients. I forgot to record grabbing the ghost weed though. Okay, finally we can craft the hatching enzyme. We head back and inject the enzyme into the eggs. The Sea Emperor dies and grants us the cure. Let's go, that's the story finished. Meaning we can finally check off completing the story. We head back to the enforcement platform and shut it down now that we're cured. Then make our way back to base. So, what's next on the list? I do want to start taking down the Leviathans, but before that we need to build the rocket and then fix the Aurora's drive core. The radiation around the crash site is still spreading and I need to be able to wear the reinforced dive suit if I'm going to take on any of the Reapers patrolling the area. So with that, let's put on the lead suit and head to the Aurora. I'm super scared for this, but it must be done. Heading toward the Aurora, I am a bit stressed because there are 10 Reapers patrolling the crash site. However, if you enter from the back, you can slip in without making too much noise.
That's what she said.
I get inside relatively stress-free, grab the Prawn Suit blueprint while I'm here, and also the rocket blueprint from the captain's quarters. Next, I fix the drive core leak,
Drive core breach sealed.
and then head back to base. Now I'm going to build a rocket real quick. And by real quick, I mean it takes 2 hours because farming materials without a vehicle is actually so depressing. But don't worry, I'll edit it down to like 10 seconds so you don't have to suffer through it like I did. With that done, we can check off building the rocket. And now, let's go kick some Leviathan ass. Nope, it's way too dark. Now, that's all Leviathans taken down, and we just have a few final things to check off the list, so I'll be starting with the megabase next. On the way back to the surface, I stop and pick up that cuddlefish egg I missed. So it's finally time to start the megabase, and the first thing I want to build is a greenhouse section above the water, and to do that I need to make a tower all the way up to the surface, and once we break through, we can lay down some foundations and get a large room placed down. But first we need to collect some more resources. After that, we put down some hatches and then we can craft some spotlights. But wait, I need to collect some more resources again. We can then put the floodlight down and then put down a solar panel. But wait, you guessed it, we need to get some more resources. After decorating the interior, we check our resources, and would you look at that, we have to collect some more resources. Slap down some multi-purpose rooms and oh, never mind, more resources. So imagine the last 20 seconds of that on repeat for 6 hours. Collecting resources for Megabase without a vehicle was worse than everything else I've done in the run so far. And because I care about you, I'm just gonna skip to the end. But here are some clips of me absolutely losing my mind in the middle of those 6 hours. And then I said like, maybe we should build a megabase, you know? Megabases are so cool, like man, megabases, man, like it's amazing. Oh shit, megabase. Megabases, that's what I said. You know what I say? Imagine if there's one Reaper here. Imagine wagon. It's a hard knock life for me. It's a hard knock life. You know what? This actually isn't that bad. There's so much resources, yeah. There's a fly on my arm. Say, fuck megabases. Yeah, I'll put that in the video. Are you tired of living in a shitbox all your life? Well, look no further. Now, introducing the Shady Oaks home for 45-46 dwellers. I don't know why it's named after an old age home, but it just is. Within this megabase facility, we have so much to offer. In our above water section, we feature a greenhouse. So green, a multi-purpose room with a single purpose, to produce water. 3 water filters. Would you look at that? That is so megabase. Moving on, we have a room to chill. And then below that, a room to chill. And it's connected to another room to chill. So megabase. And then heading down, another room to chill. And you won't guess what's below this next room, a room to chill. Just look how happy this Indian guy is that he gets to chill. We then have our storage logistics operation room for storage. I just used fancy words to sound fancy. A nuclear power plant featuring 4 nuclear reactors that definitely don't start shutting down one by one by the end of this run. A large room for storing our up and coming fauna eggs. 2 moon pools. Just imagine all the vehicles we could store if we could actually craft any. So mega. Further ahead, we have the captain's quarters, with an aquarium to store all our cuddlefish so we don't get lonely at night. And this is the captain's room. So mega. I hope you enjoyed the Shady Oaks Mega Home Mega Base tour. All terms and conditions apply. Shady Oaks is not liable for nuclear failure, structural collapse, fauna escape, or loneliness after cuddlefish relocation. Everything inside Shady Oaks belongs to Insane, including you. Mega Base certification pending. Anyway, we can finally check off building the mega base. And as you can see, we're getting really close to the end of the run now. So let's knock out the easiest stuff that's left, collecting the remaining cuddlefish eggs. Number 3, number 4 and number 5. And just like that, we can check that off the list too. Next, we've got to collect and hatch all 13 fauna eggs. So let's get into that. We are hunting down every single one. Ampiel, bone shark, crab snake, crab squid, crashfish, gasopod, jelly ray, stalker, mesmer, rabbit ray, sand shark, spadefish and the lava lizard, which I actually picked up while fighting the sea dragon. For now, we'll throw all of these into the aquarium and let them hatch. Once they're done, we can check it off the list. So while we're waiting on that, we can get started on scanning every remaining piece of fauna and flora. Stop, wait a second, all the eggs hatched, so we can tick it off the list. Okay, back to the montage. was all the remaining fauna and flora scanned, so we can check that off. Next, we need to do the data entries. So that's all the life pods, all the alien caches, and all the random scans. I already did most of them whilst playing the game, so this is just the remaining ones. So there's just one data entry left. That will be the very last thing we'll do for this run. Before that though, we'll need to wrap up the remaining blueprints. There are only a handful left, mostly vehicle related, plus a few base decorations. You also have to unlock every cookable fish, since those count as fabricated blueprints, which is why I'm suddenly out here collecting fish. And with that plant shelf scanned, that's every single blueprint done. We can now check that off the list, and for the final thing, we need to go to the void to get the last data entry. I saved this for last because the void has ghost leviathans. And I know the challenge was to kill every leviathan, but these guys respawn, so there's literally no way to finish them off for good.
All primary systems online.
This is actually my first time going to the void.
Warning, entering ecological dead zone. Adding report to databank.
Okay, cool, that's all I needed. Oh my gosh. Ghost Leviathan. Don't know when last I saw Leviathan, damn. We can now check off collect all data entries. So now we can finally get ready to leave this beautiful place. I craft a few ion batteries for the time capsule, grab these 3 Aurora miniatures, and I know what you're thinking, you're only supposed to get 1 per world. But someone sent me 2 in a time capsule and said I had to add mine and send off 3. So that's exactly what I'm doing. After collecting all the supplies for the journey home, it's time to say goodbye to my cuddlefish. Goodbye my lovely. I'm promoting you to property manager of Shady Oaks. Take care of her for me while I'm gone. Before I board the rocket, here's a quick run through of my PDA so you can see all of the databank entries as well as all of the blueprints.
Wow! Incredible!
Now it's time to prep the rocket for liftoff.
Primary computer systems active.
Submit our time capsule, and finally launch off this planet for good. And with that, we can check off the final objective, 100% completion of Subnautica.
Ready to launch on your command, Captain.
So, how hard is it to 100% Subnautica using a Seaglide only and killing all the Leviathans on hardcore mode? Well, it is extremely stressful and a bit challenging, but you get the hang of it really quickly. So I would recommend you try this if it seems fun to you. Well, that's it from me. If you made it to the end, thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, leave a like. If you didn't like this video, let me know why in the comments and I'll try and make some changes in the next one. Also, thank you guys so much for 58 subscribers. It really means a lot, so thank you. Also, if you want me to 100% a different game, you can leave it down in the comments and maybe I'll choose yours. Bye!
Welcome home to all terror. Permission to land will be granted once you have settled your outstanding balance of 1 trillion credits.
I did not know that actually played, what the heck.